What's up, guys? DK here with Collector's Impact, and today I have a very random and special treat for you guys. I do not normally cover board games on this channel, so this is actually, I'll just admit, this is more of a nostalgia play for something that I used to love when I was a kid, which was the Are You Afraid of the Dark TV show.
Why are we playing this dumb kids game anyway?
I don't know how many of you guys watched that when you were growing up or not. It was pretty big in the 90s. A little bit of background on the show. It was sponsored by Nickelodeon and or made by Nickelodeon, I guess, but it was actually filmed up in Canada. So it's a very random, very wholesome little show for what it is, but it had its moments, that's for sure, in terms of horror elements. It's basically like a version of The Twilight Zone, but with a young audience in mind. So we're talking like kids and teenagers. It was part of the Nickelodeon Snick lineup back when that was a thing back in the 90s when I was a kid. So it was when the Big Orange Couch would come out, and they had like 4 shows, and the night ended at like 9:30 p.m. on a Saturday with Are You Afraid of the Dark from 9:30 to 10, and that was just... Man, I'm telling you, of all of the TV shows and all that kind of stuff from that era, Are You Afraid of the Dark sticks out the most by far in my memory as just a super meaningful, super nostalgic type of thing. So when I saw this board game, I had to pick it up and had to share it with you guys. So let's dive in and actually see what the heck it is.
And it's not a dumb kids game.
Let's check out the back real quick. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little blurb here. You've got like whatever this is, the little clown from the Funland place. So this is pretty cool. So here's just a nice little glimpse. It's 2 to 4 players, 8 years old and up. There's your secret mission sheets and stuff. Let's go ahead and open this up and dig into it.
When you play the game in my story, you never know when they'll get caught. And you never know who or what might catch you.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and narrate these the rules here, at least the important ones, as we look through the box. Are you afraid of the dark? Game instructions. Take a trip into the world of the Midnight Society if you dare. Are you ready to be initiated into the Midnight Society? You and your friends will be sent on a journey through the scariest places ever imagined. If you can overcome all of the obstacles, gain points in categories such as knowledge, strength, courage, and of course luck, and be the first one back to the campfire, you too will be a member of the Midnight Society. Beware, you'll have to take some chances, go through secret passages, and most of all, avoid the pit.
Sure you'll fall down into the black hole. Bye-bye.
Good luck, you're gonna need it. Alright, so this game consists of the following components. You've got a town map, which is your board. You've got secret mission sheets, secret passage cards, tool cards, 4 moving pieces, a die, and 2 star stickers for the die. So apparently you're supposed to put the white star on the 5 on the die and the black star on the 6 on the die. And that has to do with rolling to gain things like tools and knowledge points and various other things. Yeah, it's a lot of chance and stuff. Think of some like D&D style rolling to get things or seeing if you succeed or fail and stuff like that. So the overall gist of the game is defined here. Players are on a mission to gain knowledge, courage, strength, evidence, witness, and luck points by moving to many different eerie destinations on the board where points may be won. Arrows indicate the entrance to each of these locations. Once the player reaches the ghoulish locale, he or she must roll a number equal to or greater than the number listed there to win points. To complete the mission and win the game, a player must accumulate a total of 6 points in each of the 6 categories. Wow, that's a lot. Knowledge, courage, strength, evidence, witnesses, and luck. And then return to the campfire in the center of the board, and the first player to do so becomes a member of the Midnight Society and is the winner of the game. Cool. And then there's a couple little side rules here. You can bump into other players. If one player lands directly on the same space where another player is, he or she bumps the other player into the pit.
The black hole.
Okay, that's cool. And when you're in the pit, let's see. Players who land in the pit must stay there until they roll a white star or a black star on a later turn. No tool is earned for a white star while in the pit. When a player rolls a star, they may leave the pit on their next turn. So the pit is pretty brutal. That's the most brutal spot in the whole game because it hinders you from gaining all those freaking points you need. 6 and 6, that's 36, right? Can I math, guys? That's 36 freaking points you need. So it's going to take you a minute. So I'd say get yourself a 12-pack of beer and 3 other friends there.
Probably at your house.
And go for it, Why not? What the hell? Yeah, so overall, that's the gist of the game. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look at some of the random things. So here's the tool cards. What exactly is this? Okay, choose any tool, wiretapping device, secret codes, skeleton key, motion detectors. This is definitely more like two-way radio. Look at this. There's not a lot of themed things in here for the TV show. I can tell you that. This is very generic, these tool cards are. So what the heck? And you can tell that these scorecards were used in the past. So that's pretty cool. So the last time somebody played this game was in 2018 on a Wednesday, apparently, in January. So that's really cool. I like they even put smiley faces and stuff. So there's actually quite a few blank ones in here, so that's nice. I always like to have blank sheets for games like this because then you can make photocopies of them if you actually wanted to. So there's 1995 is when this thing was made. Damn, bit old. It's awesome. Well, I guess 95 was at the 95 was like right in the middle of the popularity of the show because I want to say it came out in like 1991, and I think the last season was in 1999 with like a 2-year hiatus in 98 and 97, if memory serves correct, something like that. What's funny here to me as well is these pieces are clearly they're pieces from the board game Sorry is what it looks like. I'm wondering if this is what actually came with the game or if the previous owner of this game, because I definitely bought it used, so the previous owner may have put these in there, but judging by the tool cards, I'm going to assume these were actually the pieces that came in the game. So that's pretty funny. Let's see the secret passage cards. All right, so, okay, yeah, let's just see. If you have a rope, you can quickly and quietly scale an iron fence to get into the Prom Queen's Cemetery. Oh, now that's nice, because that actually is from the show. You'll need some courage when you try it, so pick up 2 courage points along the way. Destination, Prom Queen Cemetery, requires rope and 2 courage points. So then here's a skull, and then there's more, so that's how you just, you do these things and get some points with these cards. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look at the board in better detail and see if there's any locations that stand out. All right, we're about to test my trivia from an age-old show that I haven't seen in a while, but I'm definitely thinking of revisiting it, especially when my little ones get old enough to appreciate it. That'll be a really nice thing to do with them if they're actually interested in seeing it, at least. I mean, God knows they don't make shows like this anymore. This actually, it gave the kids the credit that they deserved in terms of their mental capacity. At least I think so. If you've ever seen the show, you know what I mean. Go watch The Dark Music.
I'll give you anything you want. You only have to do one thing.
What's that?
Feed me.
Even as a full-grown adult, I bet you that episode will be, you'll at least appreciate it, you know what I mean? There's probably a few in this series like that, so let's see if I can remember. So The Funeral Parlor, that was the episode with Ryan Gosling, right? And, what the hell's his name? The Aflac Duck guy, Gilbert Gottfried.
Stop! Excuse me, no cutting in line.
That's my brother, he's not dead!
Gilbert Gottfried was he was a former employee of the DMV or whatever, but then he was the guardian of hell or So it was pretty fitting. Ghost Train. Yeah, I mean, there's things like that for sure. Now, Castle Dungeon, that seems pretty generic. I don't remember that, though. Who knows? The 13th Floor, this is ringing a bell. I feel like this one... Okay, so in this location, you can get some witness points. I feel like in that episode, it was like... okay. Yeah. It was aliens. Aliens came and moved into the building and stuff, and they were trying to find candidates to bring with them to their planet. Here's a more generic swamp. There's your good old pit, the freaking pit. I don't remember that in the show, but, you know, they need little board game elements, so okay.
I rule this game, and you will obey my rules.
The Land of Nod, yeah, that's from the show for sure. That was that. I can't remember what actor that was. Oh, God, does anyone out there remember, like, who that was? I want to say Sinbad, but I don't think it was Sinbad. but I don't know. Then you got Locker 22. Yeah, that one was cool. That was like a time travel one. It was like in the 1960s or whatever. Somebody burned up in like a school fire or whatever, and she was the owner of Locker 22, and then she was haunting somebody in the future. And the Watcher's Woods. Yeah, I remember that. God, I used to watch this show a lot, you guys. If you can't tell, if you're fans of Are You Afraid of the Dark, you'll appreciate this. If not, then whatever. You're like, what the hell? But yeah, the Watcher's Woods was like the three old ladies that went missing in their camping group or whatever in like the 1920s or something, and then they were imprisoned in the haunted forest to be guardians of the forest against their will until they found their whistles. That was an iconic one. Apartment 214. Yeah, there was just like a ghost lady haunting that. Dr. Vink's Cottage. Now, Dr. Vink, oh my God, that's a classic character. I'm telling you, man, this show, for what it is, it had such cool characters. He always had this very famous line.
Vink's the name. Dr. Vink. With a v.
And he would also say,
And I am not a nutbag.
And then you've got, okay, so on the Prom Queen Cemetery, yeah, that was a really good episode. Honestly, man, if you can track down some of these, I'm telling you, especially if you have little ones and if you haven't seen it, or even if you have, man, it's so worth revisiting. I'm really considering revisiting some of these. It's been years since I've seen any of these, so I would love to watch them again, man. Zeebo's Funhouse, that was classic.
It's the most fun in the park when you're laughing in the dark.
With the haunted clown guy with the nose. Phone Police Prison. Okay, not sure. Sardo's Magic Mansion. Yeah, Sardo was the other character, kind of like Dr. Vink, who was always appearing in the show, and he would say a catchphrase. It was something like,
Sardo. No, mister. Accent on the dough.
Accent on the dough, or some... Right. Am I right here? Rat-infested sewer. That's more generic. So this is interesting how they sprinkle in generic versus actual things from the show. Gallery of Unfinished Paintings. That one was really good too. That's where the artist lady was recruiting young artists to draw portraits of themselves and stuff. And then when they would sign it, she would steal their soul. Damp Basement. That's generic. Maybe you could say that's like that one that I mentioned earlier, the Tale of the Dark Music.
Andy, won't you come play with me?
That's probably the best episode in the entire series. That is so worth watching, you guys. Where he there was like a demon in the basement or whatever, and then the demon, if he paid the demon whatever it wanted, then it would give him riches and stuff. And that's a crazy one. Yeah, you get a wild boar over there. That was Dr. Vink's thing too, I think.
The secret ingredient of my soup is known to only a select few.
Anyway, this game, in terms of nostalgia on the board, it looks great. In terms of the actual game itself, it seems kind of generic.
That's where you're wrong, my friend.
Also, would probably be a lot of fun with some beers and some friends. So, if you guys are fans of Are You Afraid of the Dark, or if your little ones get into the show, then you can play it with them without the beer. So, anyway, this was totally random for this channel. Again, this was definitely more of a guilty pleasure type of thing because I just loved this show growing up so much. So I wanted to share this with you guys.
I've got many, many more that are far better than this one.
Hopefully somebody out there found this entertaining. If you guys did like it, remember, please give the video a thumbs up as it greatly helps the channel.
Good show, lad!
And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more collectibles-based content. This kind of thing is pretty random for my channel. I normally cover like graded cards and card market updates and booster pack openings, reveals, things like that. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely subscribe to the channel, and I might have more random board games and video games and stuff like that in the future as well. So thanks again for coming by. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you again next time. Take care.